Now tier 3, I want to show you guys. Rock paper scissors is exactly what it is. All right, exactly what it sounds like. Okay. There's a reason that people are calling this rock paper scissors. So what I need you guys to understand is there is a sequence to it, and that's feint, strike, parry, strike, feint, strike, parry, strike, feint, strike, parry, strike. Just that over and over and over and over again. Okay, feint, strike, parry, strike, feint, strike, parry, strike, feint, strike, parry, strike. Okay, not going to be a problem. The only thing that throws a loop in things is if Ray happens to use, you'll see it, these little question marks. It throws up 3 question marks. Always use strike. That's the only exception. Otherwise, feint, strike, parry, strike. And if those question marks come up, you interrupt your cycle. So let's say you did feint and then you did strike and then the dots showed up, go back to strike. But then the sequence goes right, feint, strike, parry, strike. I would then, the next turn, I would be using parry, and I'd go back into the sequence. All right. So first one here, perfect. First one here, she used the question marks here. Okay, those question marks is exactly what I'm telling you about, you guys. That is, whenever you see those, you're going to use strikes. Normally, right, I would go feint, strike, parry, strike. But since I have the question marks, I'm going to go strike instead. Okay, so I'm going to use strike, and then we'll attack. And boom, I got a point. All right, so now we are going back into the sequence. So the sequence was, right, feint, strike, parry, strike. Well, the confusion one interrupted us, right? It stopped us, so we didn't even get to use feint. So we're going to start with feint still, which is the second one. Feint, and we're going to attack. And boom. Okay, now we're going to feint, strike. Okay, so feint, strike, parry. And then back to strike. Now, it so happened with the sequence as well that the question marks there came up anyways. I was going to be using strike in the sequence, but we're also using strike because those question marks showed up. And first one is done. All right, and it is the exact same thing. Feint, strike, parry, strike. Now I would have used, again, the sequence was giving me strike, but I'm using strike also because there's the question marks up there. They happen to coincide both sequence and with the question mark, so it worked anyways, but strike anyways. All right. And there's another one down. Okay, do you guys kind of get the gist of it, right? Feint, strike, parry, strike. Feint, strike, parry, strike. Feint, strike, parry, strike. Feint, strike, parry, strike. Just remember that. Make a song out of it or something. Feint, strike, parry, strike. Right? Now, since she's starting with the confusion marks there, instead of starting with feint, I'm interrupting my sequence and I'm going straight to strike instead. So we're starting with strike, and then we are continuing our sequence. Feint. Strike. Parry. Strike. And there's another one. All right, guys, they didn't put a lot of thought into this. They really didn't. All right, feint. Strike. Parry. Strike. And done. Okay. There you go. That's it.